between youngsters. Well, the first of the Cuban quarterfinalists. Joahnys Argilagos, who's up against one of the Fighting Irish. 19-year-old Brendan Irvine gets a big cheer. He's done particularly well to get to this stage so far, Irvine. He beat Unlur in the previous round. He overcame the American Hernandez in the first round. Two wins back-to-back. And he's up against the number 3 seed from Cuba in what is a battle of youngsters. Argilagos, the youngest on the Cuban team at the age of 18, I should say, a year younger than Irvine, the 19-year-old. Our first look, David, this championship's live at Argilagos, and there's almost levels within levels, I think, in the Cuban team. Some of them are superstars, and the other guys are just very, very good.
Yeah, the very least you're going to get from a Cuban is to be a very good boxer. Like you said, there are a couple of standouts in the team. Interesting to see what Argilagos is going to look like, but I'm sure, like we said, at the very least he's going to be impressive. But Brendan Irvine's going to have something to say about that. He's going to be giving it his all, putting everything on the line, because he believes in himself heading into this.
Final instructions. Final moments with the corners before they go to do it on their own. So, Argilagos in red, Irvine, the Irishman, in blue. You can see Irvine, the taller of the two. Can he use that to his advantage? You can see Argilagos just having a look initially. Seeing what Irvine's going to do, what he's going to present, what challenges he's up to face.
Yeah, I think if the Cuban style is anything to go by, Argilagos is going to try and outbox the taller man. We haven't seen many Cubans who are aggressive front foot fighters. We may be surprised, but Irvine's starting well, getting the jab off.
And Argilagos is letting him. Quite a few of those punches are landing on the gloves, but Irvine is the one who's busier.
Yeah. Irvine's the one forcing the issue early on in this round, and Argilagos is the one looking to counter.
Argilagos already a junior champion a couple of years ago in 2013 at world level. We're now looking to bridge the gap into the seniors.
Good work from Irvine, putting Argilagos on the back foot. Good counter right hand from Irvine as well, as Argilagos attempted the jab to the body.
A little short right hand in there from Argilagos, but he is allowing Irvine to outwork him early on.
Yeah. Argilagos tried to take centre ring early on, but Irvine's put him on the back foot. See how comfortable the Cuban is with that.
He's tall for a light fly, no doubt about it, the Irishman.
Good work again from Irvine. He's there to be hit, Argilagos, with the tight guarding. Sometimes even if you're hitting the gloves, the judges can notice that.
Yeah, they can be considered scoring punches. We're inside the final minute, and it's pretty much all Irvine. There was a good long right hand just a second or so ago as well. A couple of flicks from Argilagos.
Not major though. Irvine boxing really well so far.
The Cuban might be slightly frustrated. He was slightly showing out there. There's a good left hand.
Great left hand from Irvine. A 1-2 and then like a left screw shot uppercut. Just lifted the head of the Cuban.
Argilagos is confident. I think he just landed his own right hand. He's beginning to spring into life. strong right hands from Irvine. Well, better from Argilagos as the round wore on, but that was a terrific start from Irvine.
Yeah, I thought Irvine's done enough to take that round. Soon finds out off the judges' scorecards, but thought he'd done the much better work early on in the round, and Argilagos came back into it a little bit towards the end.
Well, the judges preferred the work of Argilagos. Maybe they considered most of those punches of Irvine's early on landing on the gloves. Irvine boxed quite tidily in that first round, and there you see the counter punch from Argilagos was a missing one on the gloves.
Yeah, that was that great little piece of work, what we noticed, Irvine, with the 1-2 followed by the left screw shot, and he even caught the counter coming back, so that was good to watch.
Here we go then, into the second round. Again, it's Irvine who's able to push his man back. He's looking to press.
Yeah, he's shown intent again early on in the round. Irvine, he's shown the Cuban no respect.
Both of these boxers with real success at junior and youth level. I mentioned Argilagos, a junior world champion, and a bit of experience for Irvine at youth level. He's been to World Championships before and already a national champion in Ireland too.
I can only think the punches that are landing on the gloves of Argilagos are being ignored by the judges, but a couple of them are sneaking through because he's throwing 3s and 4s. Irvine.
It's good movement there from the Irishman, and again he's the one who's throwing punches. That's a good jab from Argilagos.
I think Argilagos is struggling with the length of Irvine. Got a long reach, long jab. Good footwork as well from Irvine.
Both looking to land at the same time. The longer left hand of Irvine seemed to get through. There's a nice little short scoring right hand from the Cuban. Less than a minute to go. High work rate this from Irvine.
And the Cuban is thrown more back, but I can't see that many landing cleanly. But he's appearing to be working harder.
Again, 3 or 4 punches from Irvine. He really has worked again in this round.
Yeah, he puts his shots together. And that straight right hand to the body is one for Irvine, which seems to be landing regularly.
Both landing in that exchange at the end of the second.
I think Argilagos came out of that one slightly on top.
Go head up, go head up.
Good right hand there from Argilagos.
Yeah, the Cuban with a little short punch. Irvine seems happy with his work. He sort of clenched his fist on the way back to his corner. Whether the judges agreed with him is another thing entirely. If they gave Argilagos the first, I'd be surprised they were impressed with some of his punches in the second.
I can understand why Irvine's happy with the work he's doing. He's going to be thinking he's ahead in this one, and I can understand why, but the judges see otherwise.
Yeah, another 10-9 across the board, so Argilagos 2 up, and that is seemingly somewhat harsh on the work that Irvine has put into this. Irish fans on their feet trying to support their man, the boy from Belfast.
Right hand there from Irvine over the guard, the left hand of Argilagos, using his height to good effect.
I think the advice from the corner was try and be first to the punch.
Well, that's all he's done throughout, isn't it, Alex? He's been first every time.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has done that throughout. He's actually just been countered occasionally like that, yeah.
That's the right hand I was talking about, it landing every time.
I don't think the sort of punches that Argilagos has landed, they haven't been real clear eye-catching shots.
No, they haven't.
Not enough to give you that sort of scoreline on the cards, it doesn't seem.
No, the scoreline on the card doesn't tell the story of the fight.
Moving on the front foot again.
Good work from Irvine. Finishing off with a clean scoring left hook off that combination.
One thing's for sure, we talked before the bout about sort of maybe grades and levels within the Cuban camp, from stellar and outstanding to just merely very, very good. He would be further down the list, I think. He's not going to scare, I wouldn't think he scares off anyone else in the draw.
No. But the one thing he has got on his side is time, hasn't he? He's an 18-year-old.
Absolutely, just starting out, a baby, the youngest of the Cuban squad.
Irvine boxing well on the back foot as well just a moment ago, catching Argilagos as he advanced, but now the Cuban having a bit more success.
And now he's putting his foot down, Argilagos swinging away. He did
Watch your head up, okay?
excel in the WSB in the recent series. He got all the way to the final. He lost in that, but he did win 6 of his 9 WSB bouts along the way, and now he's starting to attack.
This is Argilagos' best work.
Watch your head.
He's gone from being the counter puncher to taking the initiative, and he's being first every time.
Well, this is a different boxer to the one we saw in the first couple of rounds.
Irvine landing a great right hand again though.
Stop. One more. One.
Argilagos finishing the round strongly, no question about it, he won that round. He certainly argued that he lost the first 2. I think this is one bout with his scorecards won't necessarily do justice to the effort that was put in by Brendan Irvine.
Yeah, I think Irvine will be going to centre ring in a moment. Expect him to be the winner.
Okay.
The winner in Ring B by the way of points, in the red corner representing Cuba, Joahnys Argilagos.
Argilagos wins convincingly on the scorecards. Excellent effort from Irvine. Cuba with their first semi-finalist. Well, we got to see a little bit more from Argilagos in the final rounds there, David. There you see he won on 2 of the judges' scorecards. He won every round, and there was only a point between them on Tony Germain's scorecard, the Canadian. Good effort from Irvine, good finish from the Cuban.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I would have given Irvine rounds 1 and 2, and I would have given Argilagos round 3. But again, it's a matter of opinion, which is why this sport is as great as it is, because so many different opinions varying on how contests are being fought and won. But yeah, a good effort from Irvine, and Argilagos is in the semi-finals.
And here we see some of the action. This is from the final round. There's a nice little right hand from Argilagos, and much more aggressive. What did you make of his tactics through the entire bout?
Yeah, initially he wanted to have a